Hello everyone, welcome back to Finance Lingo. We have come to the end of 2016, and before we end 2016, I would like to sum up my investment income and my trading income to demonstrate to you that I'm not a broker that actually tells people to invest and he himself don't invest. I myself invest a lot and I do trade a lot. I do not believe I'm a trader, but it was because a lecturer did mention to me that I'm a future trader. So after some time, I decided to learn some trading, and my result have been pretty good. So all along, I have been an investor, but nonetheless, let's summarize the result today. So as usual, I'll start with a disclaimer that this video does not constitute a recommendation, an offer, or solicitation to subscribe for or purchase or sell any investment product mentioned herein. Alright, let's start off. So I would like to show you my trading account. So this is my trading account. This just give a brief guide, but nonetheless, a brief numbers is sufficient to me. So what we have here, this is my 2016 trading scorecard. So a lot of trades are pretty amazing because I'm also trying to try out something. But while we look here, there's a negative $6,000. It looks very shocking, but do bear in mind there was this paper called component, which is this is not my share actually. This was one of my relative who is pretty old and want to park the shares under me, under my account, as he's lazy open the account due to his old age. So all in all, I actually summarized up beforehand. So this is what I have here is $6,000, so I minus off this $5,470, which is reflected over here. Net of net, I actually lost $800 for the month of January 2016. So pretty bad month to start for the 2016 earlier this year. But nonetheless, let's take a look at what happened subsequently. So what we have here in February, I did make some losses because I decided to cut some losses on this share on this Asia Pay TV. Well, previously I made some profits in 2014, but nonetheless I decided to cut loss again here. It's a little hard pain, but nonetheless this is part and parcel of it when you realize something is wrong. So here we have negative 1032 losses for the month of February 2016. Two consecutive months of losses, not very good, but nonetheless we continue with on. In the month of March, I think I bought some shares, so I think that I've started making some profits. Net of net, overall I achieved about 2004. Of course, this is not entirely all cash rate. Some of them it could have been CPF as well. So I did start learning some how to invest in Hong Kong because I realized Hong Kong is really the next biggest market in the world. I think few years down the time. So do not neglect Hong Kong. This is a word from me to all my Singaporean investors. Hong Kong is and China is ready to make next giant market in the world, and thankfully a lot of us is Chinese. Do not uh, neglect these abilities that you can read Chinese. Alright, so here we have. Okay, so next for the month of April. It's a pretty good month for me. I think thankfully due to one of these stocks, CNMC Gold Mine, which I spot was heavily and badly undervalued. I did bought some shares at a very low price. And after that, I did some smaller trades here and there to scrape some gold out of the share price. So over the month, I did enter a few times and exit a few times. So all in all, I made about 5,007. This is based on the first in first out basis. Of course, sometimes I do on the last in first out basis, but overall on this Poems trading platform, they always calculate based on first in first out basis. So likewise, for Hong Kong, I did some start trying on Hong Kong markets, make some decent profits for the month of April 2016. And for the month of May 2016, it was likewise a pretty decent month, 1,002 Sing dollars for some trading and some investment profits. Alright, so now for the month of June, another good month here, $5,000. I think that was the month I took profits on CNMC Gold Mine and decided not to go back in because I realized the share price is really unreasonable going forwards. So for the month of July, a pretty low month, but nonetheless, thankfully, there was this IPO on Advanced Global. I did make a hit. I can't remember here if some of my profit was belong to my brother or not, but I think it's largely due is mine. I think my mom also was over here nonetheless. So all in all, I did records how much profit I made because I don't remember I've made so much profit on Advanced Global. I think it's probably about 1,000. So the rest is actually go to my mom. So this is for the month of July. Oh yeah, before that, let's go back to the month of April. April 2016. Well, likewise, there's another good IPO then. That was Acromac. I just take a 1 day trading profits and I ran off because I'm still on a preliminary assessment of how good my fundamental analysis running together with a technical analysis on the market, and the results so far have been pretty good. I'll say it's fantastic. So I did a 1 day run trading and buy and sell on the same day. Alright, buy and sell on the same day, and I walk off with $500 over dollars net of broker commission. Although I'm a broker, I still need to pay some fees to my own brokerage house. Alright, now let's continue with the month of July. July is 1004. Alright, recorded here. So let me just scroll this. Okay, now for the month of August. August net of net. I make a loss of 1,003 and loss of 600 Hong Kong dollars. That was the month I actually went back to reservists. It took me 2 weeks of reservists off. Especially there's a lot of time, not much time to monitor. So likewise on that month, I also decided to cut loss on these stocks. I do not see much future prospect on these stocks. CDW. So whatever it is, yes, the share price there's some small rebound, but to me it's a total no going forward. So now looks at the month of September. Likewise a pretty good month as well. 3,005 in trading income. Alright, now we go forward to the month of October. October was pretty decent, just a decent $800, nothing major. So now let's look at the month of November. November was a pretty decent month with 2006 in Sing dollars and about 3008 in Hong Kong dollars. Likewise, there was a pretty good share I bought. Only quite surprisingly, within 12 days, the share price actually went up close about 10%. So I decided to take profit immediately because this is really unreasonable. So as for the month of December, 2016, likewise pretty decent. I won't say it's very good. Thankfully, I noticed that the oil did showing sign of reaching the bottom, and that was the reason why in the 2016 I had to buy some Cable Corp shares, which attribute to the significant part of December income, trading income or investment income. So all in all, pretty good month, a decent month. Alright, so going back to November. Alright, so in November there was also a good IPO, HE Surgical. That was this time around I realized I think a lot of fund manager did spot this, and they really push it out. I wasn't expect the opening price to be at 55 cents, but nonetheless I did make some decent profits on this. So as what we can see here, summarize 2016. Okay, so this is the summary of a Sing dollars profit. This is investment and trading income. Some of the stocks I think make some investment gains. So this is comprising of cash and CPF trades I make. So I do not use CPF to trade frequently. I use it more for investment, where I look forward to maybe 5% or 10% gain over 1 or 2 years or 3 years horizon. So this is Hong Kong. Hong Kong I can only use cash trades. So I made some 5,008 in Hong Kong dollars for 2016. Convert to Sing dollars, and it's about $1,070. So all in all, I made about 22,000. Okay, not to forget that this amount does not include dividend gain I have. So a pretty decent year for me. Okay, well, this is look on the glamour side of a stockbroker, and well, the lecturer call me trader. So, okay, so nonetheless, this is the glamour side, but do not just blindly go to the stock market. All this requires a lot of analysis, a lot of number crunching. So, before I can actually spot such good stocks and trades, and I did went through a stage in 2008 whereby I really lost 30 over thousands. So this is on the glamour side of me finally made it and able to see through what are the good investment to make. So for new investors, do not look at just the glamour side. There is a dangerous sides of that. So apart from that, I did make some unit trust investment as well, and did pretty decent. But at the same time, I would like to emphasize what can we learn from here. So for the 2016, I did make some IPO hit and run. All in all, for the year 2016, there were several IPOs. So what we have here, can see here since January 2016, there is about 15 IPOs here. So among the 15, I decided to only enter 3 of the IPO, which I think that the share price is really very attractive and is undervalued at the initial offering stage. So right now I hit these 3 stocks and made some decent profit. To me, it was a sort of some of them was a little no-brainer. In 2015, I did pretty well as well, but that was a preliminary trial stage whereby I decided to do a full-fledged fundamental analysis on the IPO stocks, because in the stock market, I realized there is a lot of traders trying to scrape the market. So a lot of IPO was neglected, and only the fundamental analysis, whereby this only the fund managers do the fundamental analysis, is able to identify that the share price was badly priced in. So traders and fund managers start snatching for the shares, and this was the result. So as such, I was able to make a decisive entry, no hesitation, no regard, and of course, it's very hard pumping here. So in all, I make 500 for Acromac, 1008 for Advanced Global, and 1004 for HG Surgical. So this goes to explain that fundamental analysis is very important. As for these profits you see over here, this includes fundamental analysis and technical analysis. And for these 3 amount in these respective months, alright, these are all can only be made using fundamental analysis, because these are IPO stocks and there's no chart for you to analyze at all. These are pure fundamental analysis, no discount. You got to use a calculator to calculate it, work out all the fundamental ratios, the PE ratio, the PB ratio, the RE ratios, everything. No discount, no shortcuts. It's very tedious. This is what the Warren Buffett approach do. So it's from this Warren Buffett approach I am able to spot this. So traders will not be able to seize up all these profits located over here. This only goes to people who put in the effort to do the analysis. No discount on that. So here is for 2016. So I'll be recording more videos and hopefully guiding you guys on how to invest. As what you see here, I'm a real investor, and I do not tell you what to, I cannot guarantee you that investment make profits. Likewise, I do have a lot of losses, and just going to show you here. Yes, I do have a lot of losses, but that doesn't mean anything. This is on the bright side of me. Well, a lot of figures, invested a lot, but I do have a painful side before I actually make it as a good analysis. And to compete in the Bloomberg some quiz in Southeast Asia. So all in all, I did make some decent profit for 2016. I wasn't so expecting this kind of good figures. I was expecting maybe about 10,000. All in all, I worked out that wow, quite surprising, 20,000 profits in trading, and not inclusive of dividends yet. So I have not looked into a bank. I have not intended to summarize the dividends, because I take that as just my living expenses. So likewise, we have come to the end of this presentation. So this is what poems have to offer. It does give a pretty good summary of how much trading income you have on the first in first out basis if you trade with only poems or Philip Capital. So of course, there's a lot of brokerage houses out there. I'm trading with poems. So That's all for today. If you do not have any investment account or trading account and you want to start learning how to do investment, you can look forward to email me at thisrolandpbk@phillip.com.sg. Alternatively, if you have happened to come to this North Bridge Road at City Hall, you can also drop by and I'll call my office number. On and off, I may be away to do road shows and see if you can spot me. As for my handphone, do drop me an email and ask for me and we can arrange a meeting to meet up. And at the same time, of course, to make this profit, you need a trading account and to make investments. So that's how I make a living out of it. So that's all. I wish you guys a happy new year and a happy Chinese coming New Year's. Alright, so wish you guys make some more investment profit for the year 2017. What